Good evening, everyone. My name is Terry Traynor, and as you can tell, I'm sitting back with my feet up because, hell, I'm tired, and this is how the show is going to go. The trailer for The Lion King broke this week, and we're not reviewing it because Disney has been remaking literally everything short of Donald Duck's Nazi nightmare, and I honestly don't want to live in the past. But in actual interesting news, Francis Ford Coppola turned 80 this week, Ed O'Neill from Married with Children turned 73, and Jackie Chan turned 65. Jackie Chan is one of my personal heroes, and he is a man who has endless energy, and I can't even stand for my opening monologue. But from a not-so-local news source announced that there is going to be a prequel to Grease coming out. And in case you're wondering, yes, it is that stupid musical that I'm only calling stupid because I'm tired and in a bad mood. The real question is, though, is Michelle Pfeiffer, the world's second most famous Catwoman, going to be making a cameo to give a little salute to her role in Grease 2. And if you didn't know there was a sequel to Grease, it's probably because you have a life. Hell, even Michelle Pfeiffer has forgotten about the movie, or at least she's trying to. And John Travolta was approached to talk about the upcoming prequel, and he was interviewed, and he said, quote, "After Gotti, I'm looking to expand my acting career with my upcoming role, Moose, in which I'll be on a quest to remove all small vehicles from the road, and goodness gracious, my career has taken a dive, hasn't it?" Unquote. Well, John Travolta's career may have taken a dive, but mine hasn't, because I'm on the early late night live show, and we're on every Wednesday. Live right now?
I have no idea.
We live? Okay, so, because we're not on the screen, so I can't actually tell. But this is the early late night live show. We're on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8. I go away for 1 week, and all of a sudden, actually, things are running pretty smooth. I'm not going to lie. Last week's show was pretty smooth. Like, I was looking at it like, oh, bloody hell, that was actually run quite well. I want to give a quick shout out for certain people in the Facebook Live room. Just certain people, not everyone apparently, but certain people in the Facebook Live room. Adam Newman, who we got to have back on the show because he's got another project coming up, filmmaking friend of ours. That was the first show I think you were back on, was with Adam Newman, I think, right?
Well,
you're official.
No, it wasn't the first, but necessarily. But yeah, I like Adam. Bobby Trickett is in the Facebook Live room, but he's not here. The man behind the machine, whose face we cannot show due to contractual issues, and the fact he's not here, has also played the part.
That's actually a really good reason.
That's probably a better reason to not show. Stephen Lomer, who just wrapped on his film Typo Squad. We just wrapped on that, so let's give a quick shout out to Stephen Lomer. Congratulations getting that project through. Donna is in the Facebook Live room, Renee Bergeron, and whoever you are, Chris Subi, who's also coming on the show later on next month. Next week.
Next week.
Wow, yeah, because we're in April already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy.
We are in April, yeah.
Yeah, it's all month.
The Easter Bunny's coming, dude.
For the rest of the month.
The Easter Bunny's not coming for the rest of the month. Maybe.
No, it's April for the rest of the month. I'm still trying to catch up to the original. The first joke, yeah.
The second one wasn't that good, so don't worry about it.
So we were supposed to have a video conference last night. Mm-hmm. Mitch, do you have a little story to talk about your experience on the video conference?
Well, I had a video conference last night, but it was like super short.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
About 10 seconds or so.
Yeah. And there's some guy, Scott, who's like your best friend now.
Whose name I don't know. So I can tell you that story.
Go for it, yes,
please. I mean, I'll make it short, but I was at the Red Sox game, if you follow me on Facebook.
But we don't talk about sports, but we're making an exception this time.
I have to talk about sports a little bit just for that purpose, but because it was the ring ceremony, World Series celebration, all that stuff. So it's kind of a special moment. Last minute thing, my friend called and said, "I got a ticket, you want to go?" I'm like, "All right, let's go." So I have a good time. So I go, had a couple beers, got out, felt like having a cigarette. So I asked a friend, I asked somebody if he had an extra one. He's like, "Yeah, sure." And I'm like, "Thanks." And he's like, "My buddy's left me here." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Your buddy's left you here?" He was clearly inebriated, so I mean, there was a little bit of concern there. I'm like, "Well, where do you live?" He's like, "Lowell." I'm like, "Well, how are you getting home?" He's like, "I'm just going to take an Uber." And I'm like, "All right. Well, that's going to be an expensive Uber drive. Maybe like $50.
Yeah.
So anyways, we just started talking, and apparently he's, knows a bunch of bands and things like that, which I thought might be interesting to tap his brain about. And he seemed like a good dude. He's just really drunk. And it happened to be just before. So I gave him a ride home. I offered him a ride home.
Now you're an Uber driver.
Right.
Did you
charge him?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
Wow.
It was on the way home, literally on the way home. I live in Manchester. He was in Lowell, like right off of the Circle.
Oh, okay.
So after I kind of found out all these details, I'm like, you know what? Let's hang out for a little while. And we'll get a tea back to my car, and then we'll drive up. They'll drop you off at home.
Here's the question: Did you sit in the front? Did you sit in the front seat or the back?
Front seat.
Okay, all right.
It wasn't an Ubered thing.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
If it was Uber,
I would have had to have
back
charged
seat.
him to sit in the back seat.
Yeah.
That's how you roll.
A quick shout out to a bunch of people in the Facebook Live room: Adam Griswold, Tim Ordway, and Bob Turner-Jones in the Facebook Live room. Hello, everybody.
What's up, Bob?
I do apologize. We'll get YouTube up in just a few minutes, but something went wrong with my computer. As always, something goes wrong with my computer right before the show starts. And so I can either have Facebook or I can have YouTube up, but I can't have them both up at the same time because technology has not advanced this much. Bob Turner says, "Hello, everyone. Watching you on Tube TV and Facebook iPad." All right.
That's
Wow.
awesome. Wow.
Multi-streaming our show.
Triple fisting. It's like you've got too many things going on at once. You don't have enough eyeballs, Bob. Pick one.
Don't discourage the man from watching us. We need all the likes we can.
That's true. Actually, go buy more computers.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. This is the news segment.
Yes, well...
Yes.
Not the new segment.
No, not the news.
news
segment. Right.
Yes. Well, it was a pretty good week at the box office. Shazam, which is the original Captain Marvel.
Right, an awesome phrase.
Yeah,
yes.
Shazam.
Yeah.
He did actually pretty well. They grossed $56 million in its opening weekend.
Oh, which is bad.
Pretty well.
Yeah.
The big one, though, is Us, which is in its second week, I believe.
You?
And it's already made, what?
Is it you?
No. It already made $152 million, which on a budget of $20 million, and considering it's a horror movie, that's really, really good.
That's really
pretty
remarkable.
impressive, yeah.
That's very good.
And our news person, Donna,
Yes.
saw it, and she ranked it 7 out of 10.
Wow, that's pretty high. Donna's
Yeah.
picky, too.
Yeah, she is.
Seven
Yeah.
what?
Well, no, I was telling you.
She didn't specify.
That's a good
7
point.
peanuts? I mean, 'cause, yeah.
Bob Turner says, just trying to sync the sound. Oh, okay. All right.
So we're probably echoing.
Record. Yeah. Hey,
Oh, good luck with that.
No, but like, how do you pitch that name? We're going to make a movie about us. About you? No, us. So all of us. No, the movie's called Us.
That would be a confusing conversation.
That would be a confusing
Well,
conversation.
all I can think of is Sergeant Schultz and the button. Oh, it's a button.
And it says us, yes. But
Wow,
people
there's a
didn't get
blast
that
from the
reference.
past.
Yeah. So you
I-
know Hogan's Heroes.
I
Right?
know because my dad used to watch them.
Right,
They
yeah.
love, MASH, Hogan's Heroes, all that stuff.
Right. Well,
Star Trek.
but the sequel to the prequel to Grease, that's a real thing, right?
Yeah, it's a real thing. I think it's called Summer Loving or something like that. And
What are they in, like, middle school?
Well, okay. Well, I know.
well, I don't know. Like we were talking about in the back room, it might be actually about the two main characters because in the movie Grease, I believe, I haven't seen the movie.
Right.
Well, I haven't seen the first movie.
Oh, yeah. Wait a second. What?
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen the first movie.
So, wait, you've seen Grease, right?
The original.
Yeah, I've never seen the
Travolta version. I'm
right, I've never,
pretty sure that's the original.
Right, I've never
Yeah.
seen Grease. All right, surprisingly, I've had relationships and I've never seen Grease. But usually, that's like that and The Notebook seem like to be the two things you have to watch.
And you refuse to watch The
Typically.
Notebook
Yes,
again,
I refuse to
so-
watch Notebook. But you've seen only the second Grease.
Yes.
Oh.
I've seen the second Grease.
Well, what's that one? What's that one about?
It's about a British boy who's just, very straight-laced type of person who falls in love with a biker chick, or a girl who wishes she was a biker chick. So he tries to become a biker, like a biker bad boy,
Okay.
in order to, and he ends up becoming.
Completely unconnected to the first one from the
No,
soundtrack.
it's the same school. It's like 10 years later or something like that. And so it's a new set of kids, but I think the same principal, I think.
Okay, this is way too much information about a movie that doesn't.
I could still sing snatches from it. It's not a great movie, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Really?
Because it becomes like sort of like a masked hero. Nobody knows that he's secretly this biker dude. Yeah.
How
I
did you
just want to know
watch?
how
Yes.
prequel to Grease. I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, anyway, I think now in the first movie, isn't that?
Of course, if it was a prequel to Grease 2, it would just be they already made it. It was the first one, right?
Duh.
Yeah.
Why
You're
did
just
you
trying
watch?
to confuse her.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on. I'll just smile and nod.
Why did you? Okay, anyways, I'm going to look at the comments. I want to ignore this right now. Let me see. Donna says,
Thanks.
worth watching, won't watch it again. I'm assuming that means, assuming she's not talking about Grease 2.
Who said that?
Donna,
Yeah.
you have never seen Grease. Grease 2 is awful, Donna says.
It had a few good songs. Well, I don't know.
You know what's
it was quite terrible.
You know what to me sounds about almost as stupid as watching Grease 2? As being an Uber driver, not charging someone for a ride back to Lowell, but that's just
that's being nice.
That is being nice. It was Good Samaritan.
This is just me watching bad movies because that's what I do.
But and the other thing too, the guy was actually. We kept trying to have the video conference. The guy kept interrupting.
He was, yes, he was very lively.
Yeah. So. Which is pretty funny because...
And you thought he was interrupting, and then we couldn't get our... Well, like, what?
Yeah.
He might have something to contribute. You don't know. Give the guy a chance.
Let me see. Karen Booth says, Mitch, you look a whole lot warmer.
Oh, yes, because it was cold out at the park.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know where she was going.
And we got drizzled on a little bit. It was,
It's pretty awful yesterday.
Yeah, I was like this the whole time, hands in my pockets, whatever. I drank as much beer as I could, but that didn't work. It wasn't enough.
Beer doesn't really warm me up, though, but
no.
One of our guests, the stuff that he sells.
Good point.
Yes, that definitely warms to...
Which they don't sell at Fenway, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Another quick funny story, though. I went to buy hot dogs when I went to the footlong when I first went in, and they didn't have any at the stand that I stopped at. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just wait till later. I'll get it. And so I settled for a piece of pizza at the time.
Right.
And, I go to another stand, and I wait in line, and I get to, and there's like 15, 20 people in front of you. So it takes like 5-10 minutes to get to the counter. I'll take 2 footlong hot dogs, please. Sorry, we're all out. It's going to be about 7 to 8 minutes. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm walking away with my 2 regular hot Fenway Franks. And what do I see? A couple with 2 hot dogs apiece, 2 footlongs walking right by me. So they must have cleaned them out just before I left.
Wow.
Yeah, it was not cool.
No, that's not cool.
That story was just about as interesting as Grease 2. All right.
You never watched
What am I going to do?
You can't judge it.
I can't judge. I haven't seen the first one. I haven't seen the first one, but
It's like fishing with Terry. You throw, just...
Throw
you might catch something, maybe you won't.
Yeah.
That's all the bait I had. Buddy.
No. You guys wanted to be the host of a show, and you tossed the line out there, and you caught a pain in the butt for your host. Anyways, but talk us a little bit more about our what we got in the news for this week, and then I think we'll be cutting to our guests pretty soon.
Yeah, well, John Schneider also had a birthday this week. The guy from Dukes of Hazzard. And he was
the
Superman's...
Good Old Boys?
Yeah, the Good Old Boys. He was also in Smallville. He was Superman's dad.
Oh, right.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So he's 59 this week.
He's still fairly young.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
It's younger than I thought he was, because he looked like he was in his 50s in Smallville. I mean, he didn't look bad, but he looked like he was in his 50s in Smallville.
I'm guessing it was probably 10, 11 when they were still on the air. I'm thinking so yeah, he was still pretty...
it was early. He was
in
like
his
early
20s, I guess. Yeah.
It's like 50, but it was like, wow, wait a second, he was like in his
80s?
30s or something like that, because he was like 40s. It was like 15 years ago Smallville came out.
Yeah.
At least. It's got to be at least that. Did you watch much of the Smallville?
No, probably a few episodes. Probably, yeah.
The teen drama that happened to have something to do with Superman.
It was a time before DVR where you had to actually be available to watch stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true. So. It wasn't that long ago, true.
Such archaic times.
I know. Like dial-up and stuff like that,
I can still remember the sound of dial-up.
Hellboy's opening tomorrow night.
Yeah, we all kind of like the trailer for that, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, I was confused by it. Like, I didn't know what was going on.
Okay,
but a lot of explosions, so I'm probably there.
Yeah, explosion, big monsters character.
I love that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah. So, anyways, I just got the signal that we're running out of time because I don't pay attention to certain things. I've been gone for a week. I really missed coming on the show. I really missed being on the show last week. Yeah. If you can't get it through, guys, don't lie. You're on television, okay?
Right. Sorry.
It's recorded for all history.
Yeah,
all of time.
I could see what you guys were thinking during the show, which was how can we crap on Terry the way he craps on us every show.
And you were here to hit us. It was great.
Yes.
We started by crossing your name off on the sign.
Yeah, I did. I love that. That was awesome. Actually, that was really great. All right, folks, it's the Early Late Night Live Show. We are on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8. We have guests of all sorts. Tonight we have a marketer, and we have a guy from a representative from a distillery, but we still don't have a photographer, and for good reasons, too. So we'll be back. We'll be back after this break with our guests. Talk to you later.
And he has a car.
Well, I don't think he's going to let me borrow for 4.5 5-hour trip.
Oh, come on, Nate. Really? I think you can figure something out.
Touche. Not me. Hey, Jackie! Hey, whoa! Oh my, look, did you see that down there? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's your respirator right there. You can see it right there. The parts are hanging off. Okay, here's the thing. The net on it, it's broken. Okay, so that's really gonna like letting stuff get up into your garbulator. And your garbulator is gonna just like, you know, stop everything dead in your motor. Right in the middle of the highway, it'll happen. Best thing to do, take it to a mechanic. You know what? Forget it. Give me the keys, and then I'll take it to my mechanic. That's the best way to do this, because he'll do a real nice job, and he'll do it for free, because he does the same thing for my bike, you know, because you have to really change them over every so often here. So you know what? You know, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, okay? Why don't you go inside and have a donut? You know, I know you have to be at work about 9 on Monday. I'll be back by 8. It's a 3-hour trip. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it, okay?
Hello. It's the Late Night Live Show on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 on Exeter Channel 98, our YouTube channel, the Early Late Night Live Show YouTube channel, and our Facebook page, the Early Late Night Live Show Facebook page. Quick announcement, though, our film, The Dinner Party, we have just launched our Facebook page. We should be announcing new film festivals that we're going to be going to, so we'll be dropping a link to the Dinner Party Facebook page in the description. Drop that in, give us a like, and help us move on with that. Quick shout out to Jeff Lorenz and Roxy Dunbusen. I don't know how to pronounce that. How do you pronounce that name right there? Okay.
Dubuisson?
Yeah. Dubuisson, yeah. I'm a fan of Hellboy, like the way you made a remake like you... Okay, too many words. All right, anyways.
My eyes are horrible.
But we've been trying to... You know, you are probably the closest person to us, you know, because your office is right up the road, and I've been trying to get you on the show for a while now, because we have guests of all sorts, but everyone on our show.
You should tell people who she is.
I'm getting to it. I know how to do this, right? She's been here. She took over one show, and now she's trying to tell me how to host.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Good job, KJ. Do it again. Do it again.
Anyway, we have guests of all sorts, but all of them are all trying to market themselves. So I said we need to have a marketer on the show, and my good friend Lisa Carter finally agreed to come on the show. So Lisa, it's great having you on. Drinkwater Productions.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you did the most. You've done the most sharing and the most tagging of our show.
Yay!
The most pre-advertising for our show, which I'm very happy about.
Wow.
But
I do practice what I preach.
Yeah. Yes.
Can I get an amen?
All right. So amen. Can I get a hell yeah? All right. So give us a little introduction about who you are and what it is you do.
First of all, where's the camera?
Just let them worry about that. Just
okay.
you just
all right.
You just relax.
Sure, I want to tell you about the lighting and.
Yes. Yeah.
I started Drinkwater Marketing back in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
I was a mom traveling all over the world for a local footwear company, and I was bored. And I wanted to bring things to this area that were happening. I could see things happening in Miami and LA and New York. And so we launched a business with a couple of really cool girls' night out events, cocktail competitions. Portsmouth Restaurant Week was our thing, and so that's how we really got started in the marketing. We started to do events, market the events, and then businesses thought we were doing a great job and started hiring us.
Wow, that's cool.
Is that the question that you asked?
That was the question. That was the question.
Because I got off task.
So I'm going to be here questioning you, and I know Arnie and Mitch will also have a question for you, because we're all in a line of work that requires nothing but marketing to get it in.
I love what you guys do, first of all. I want to say that. So thank you so much for having me on. I think this is really cool. If everyone could just see the room and the vibe, it's awesome.
Oh, thanks.
I love behind the scenes look.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Yes. Our behind the scenes looks kind of like this, in all honesty. Just
a lot more wires.
Yes.
Behind the scenes, Joe is shaking his head, going like, I don't understand.
So no business is any business without advertising, whether it be word of mouth or ads or whatever it is, and especially for people in the entertainment industry, literally, if nobody sees you, you don't exist. I mean, because it's a type of industry that people need, but they don't necessarily need you. If you know what I mean, right? And so, if you were to think off the top of your head, what's the one tiny bit of baseline thought process that people within the entertainment industry need to understand when it comes to their business growing? What would be the one thing you would say?
I think authenticity. I think that, I always tell business owners, don't always sell yourself. And so if you're a comedian, people want to see you on your day off with your kids at the grocery store.
Right.
If you're an actor, people want to see what you do off the camera. So I think that is if you see a lot of celebrities today, people are interested in the behind the scenes. And so show all aspects of who you are, because people really are interested. And I think that obviously being authentic, but just kind of being, people like people who are real.
Right.
So I try to be real. And I suggest you all be real. Okay, yeah, be real. I'm a real boy. Are you really?
He's real.
So yeah,
he wanted a footlong hot dog. I mean, like.
I was going to go back to the hot dog thing.
Thank you. See, it was way more interesting than you did.
I used to live in New York City, and they were called. Do you know what they're called in New York?
No.
Dirty water dogs.
Oh. Interesting. Is that where you got your name?
No. Because the waters never change. But the hot dogs are so good.
They are good.
Well, my first time ever getting heartburn was from a hot dog cart stand in New York City. Bad news. Don't do it. Just avoid the hot dog stands.
Dirty water dog.
Yeah, that's the best. Yeah, because I went down, I took a trip down to New York several years ago, and the question was, what do you want to do when you go down there? I said, I just want a hot dog. That was it. So I don't even know where the heck I was, but it was like torrential downpour. And I went to this little hot dog stand, and I just said, I just want a dog with everything.
Okay, mustard or ketchup? Mustard or ketchup?
Ketchup.
Mustard.
And mustard, actually, in all honesty. I like it both on it.
There's a strange person that puts a ketchup on their hot dog. I'm a mustard.
Well, that's like a New York thing, though, isn't it?
Mustard?
No, I mean, that to not have ketchup on a hot dog is more of a New York, like New York and I think Chicago too, right?
Well, yeah, you don't, yeah.
Right. It's like
I think you either do ketchup or mustard. I don't think you do both.
I do both.
You do both.
Right, yeah. But I host a late night talk show, so I think I'm already up there as a weird person.
Right. You don't even ask me. I eat my hot dogs with a fork.
Oh, bunless.
Dip it in ketchup or mustard.
Right. Oh my God.
Do you have your pizza with a fork and knife too?
No, I'll eat that. Well, it depends if I have a fork. If I don't, then I'll eat it with my hand.
You have to fold your pizza in half.
I'm a folder.
Oh God, yeah.
Well, it wasn't it wasn't a fully folded. It was just bent, like in a U shape. That's how,
What is that?
Well, you just hold it. You bend it like this. So it doesn't.
So that's where the fork comes in handy. If that doesn't work, then you need something else to get it to the,
Is that frozen pizza?
No. First of all,
I've never seen a slice do that.
Hang on a second. Is there a problem with frozen pizza? All right, I was single for a long time. All right, I would have died if it wasn't for frozen.
I've probably paid Stouffer's light bills.
Yes. Like you might be a single person if most of everything in life is cooked on a griddle or it's frozen. Right.
Half the world is single, so we're all good.
Yeah. So like
apparently all of the couch is single.
No, I'm happily in a relationship right now.
I was going to say I'm single-handedly keeping open the Panera Bread and
I'm happily in a relationship right now, and I get this question. You eat that? Like one of the best things when I was single, I was going through a grocery store, and I like asking this question to people, cashiers. I said, do you just think about the type of life someone's living, with the stuff they buy? Because that's what I would do,
That's true.
And the lady just goes, I can't tell whether someone has much of a life, but she looks up at me and she goes, but I can tell when he's single. She just gave me this look.
A lot of cans of beans is the first time.
Yes. So, but real quick, because they're completely off topic, Mitch, favorite single person's meal that you have? What's the favorite single person meal? Living on your own, what's the number one meal? You all have that thing to go back to.
I'll throw out mac and cheese, a box of mac and cheese.
Okay.
With some ham and maybe even some steamed broccoli.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
yeah. Arnie?
Fried egg on toast. Sometimes with a slice of Velveeta if I'm feeling fancy.
Wasabi peas.
Wasabi peas. Oh, okay. All right.
You can't share those.
No. Me, it's got to be like a bacon rice frozen pizza. That's it's got to be for me. Like the thicker. I like those. Yeah.
You don't give that to your girlfriend.
I baked it wrong once, apparently, so I don't make it.
There goes that idea.
Which is sort of embarrassing.
That's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
Because it's frozen for a reason.
No, but I don't know how I screwed up cooking a pizza. This should be something that I have. But then I'm beginning to realize, if you have to check the year when you're checking, you have to figure out what year it is when you're cleaning out your fridge. We've got bigger problems. Okay, so Mitch, do you have any questions for our marketer about marketing, not about food?
Yeah. I don't know, I could probably come up with a couple of dozen, but what do you see as far as use of video and social media, and how important is that to marketing brand and things of that nature?
Well, pretty much video is a must. Static images are fine, but folks are watching 1.3 minutes of video a day. YouTube is taking off like crazy. I don't know if you, anybody streams
It's
here?
like 1.5 million a month,
insane,
right?
insane,
Users
yeah.
a month on
Yeah,
YouTube.
and
We stream the show to YouTube too. That's
Excellent.
Right, yeah. No,
So now my 11-year-old can see it.
No, that's right, yeah.
Because if you know anyone who's under the age of 15, they don't watch television. They all watch YouTube TV. So just to give you an idea, if you are in business, if you're an actor, if you're an artist, you want to have a video of your work because that's where the eyes are. And as streaming TV becomes more popular, that's where the commercials are going to be, and that's where the viewers are existing. So I say 100% you need video. Static images are okay, but you need video to market yourself.
So I have a segue. Another question, SEO now, and is how important is that in this marketing world these days?
So SEO means?
Search engine optimization.
There you go.
Yeah, awesome. Ding, ding, you're a winner.
Yeah, I've been told that before. I didn't feel so great about myself
You can use
after.
that chicken dinner over the mac and cheese, you know?
So you want to be able to be found. Everybody is on the internet, and so search engine optimization means that when I Google, you're a winner, I want to see this guy. So being able to come up in a search is really important. There's so many things. And the interesting thing about that is that technology has gotten us, our culture so used to getting what we want when we want it, that it's no longer acceptable to just text, just to Google, where's the pizza, pizza delivery. People say, where is pizza near me? Or closest pizza, or pizza open after midnight, or pizza open now. So those search terms are some of the things that we're embedding in websites that we build for businesses, because it's not enough to just be able to put an SEO program together that describes your business. You have to actually pinpoint.
So that's a really good point, right? The tools. What's the most important thing to SEO in terms of starting to build a profile that's going to allow people to find you when they search?
You want to be able to tag. You want to be able to look at how people are searching. So, for instance, going back to the pizza scenario, are people searching for pizza in Exeter? Are they searching for pizza in New Hampshire? You want to be really, really specific. In the back of your website, there's places to tag, to put keywords that people are searching for.
So the website.
So the website,
That's
right?
key.
Having your website back end.
All right, cool.
We need a website.
You need a website.
Let's do a website.
But you actually you did a lot of internet work. You used to be an engineer.
I used to work in the IT field, about 15 years.
Yeah, all right.
I didn't do a lot of website stuff. I helped companies keep websites up to date or get their domain names and get the hosting and things like that.
So that's familiar territory enough for you. All right, we're the segment's almost over, but you're going to stick around for Trailer Trash, right?
I'm going to stick around for Trailer Trash.
Right, Trailer Trash. Okay. And the term is
I hope my mother's not watching.
Yeah, but the term is so okay, my girlfriend a few weeks ago said, I don't like the name Trailer Trash. I thought to myself, well, I didn't come up with a name, but I realized I did actually. But she was talking about for the show. I was just thought that's a weird thing to just to say, but she meant on my show. She said, I don't I'm like, oh, that, yeah. So yes, but
So you're gonna come back and talk about something really big?
Yes.
Right after Trailer Trash, we have a special guest.
We have a special guest. Really quick though, we're gonna give a quick shout out to Bob Turanjo. George James Frazier is in the Facebook Live room. Chris Doobie says, Paul Newman is dead. Do not steal his pizza. Have some respect, Donna. All right, because Donna had said best frozen pizza, Paul Newman's.
I want to share our special guest is David Wood from Wiggly Bridge Distillery out of Lynn, New Hampshire, I believe.
No. York, Maine.
York, Maine.
Yes,
York, they're all the way up in Maine. One of the competitors is in Lynn.
Have you ever been to Wiggly Bridge?
No,
you have
but
to
I've
get
had
there.
their stuff for sure, but I will be going.
All right, so we are going to be right back. Wow, this segment is just flying by. Hello to everyone in the Facebook Live room. Hello everyone in YouTube. But we will be right back with the early late night live show, and our next segment will be Trailer Trash. So stick around. We will be right back. The Early Late Night Live Show on Facebook?
Yeah, that's the one. That sounds like lots of fun. Isn't that the one that you got guests on?
Mm-hmm, it is.
Oh, wow, I think you should have Steve be a guest on that show. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep, definitely.
Good idea, yeah. You a photographer?
Yeah, no, not at all.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
You sure?
Nope, not even a little bit. Not me neither. Nope. Think you bought it? Yep, sure. We'll see Steve on that show very soon. Yep.
And you're back, and I'm back, and we're back, because it's the Early Late Night Live Show on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 on our YouTube channel, Early Late Night Live Show YouTube channel, and on our Facebook page, the Early Late Night Live Show Facebook page. You can find us at Early Late Night Live Show. But right now, we're turning over to our favorite segment of the show, Trailer Trash, and our guest, Lisa Carter, is sitting in with us this time. Our guest usually sits in, but usually Arnie sends them the trailer so they can watch it.
And I got so excited about there being distillers on the show that I forgot.
Right, yeah. So, and so
you're off the hook.
Right. So, what is our first trailer we have up, though?
Our first trailer is Joker. Not the Joker, just Joker.
Just Joker.
Oh, I didn't notice that. It's just Joker.
Oh, it's just
Joker.
Joker.
Like the Steve Miller song, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think that is the Joker, actually.
Oh, is that the Joker?
I think so.
Okay. Anyways, let's roll the trailer for the Joker. All right.
All right, so...
Interesting story about that.
So the trailer, I believe, is rolling right now.
Yes.
Okay, so Joker is a new movie directed by Todd Phillips and starring Joaquin Phoenix and Robert De Niro. It's coming out October 4th, and it's about failed comedian Arthur Fleck, who encounters violent thugs while wandering the streets of Gotham City dressed as a clown. He begins a slow descent into madness as he transforms into the criminal mastermind known as the Joker. Interesting side note, Bradley Cooper is one of the producers on this movie.
Huh.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about that. That's cool. And anyway, that's what I have.
Other interesting side note, I was on the set for this movie.
That's right. Terry was a part of the making of this film.
A very small part. And, one of the scenes, yes. And it was one of the most enjoyable sets I've ever been on. If it wasn't for the fact that I was sick as a dog that day, it would have been the most enjoyable set I had ever been on. But it was a really interesting energy, and the director and the AD were really nice guys and really focused and worked really hard. And so it was interesting being on the set. And but I'm going to turn over to Mitch, because he hates when I start with him, to start off his thoughts on this trailer. Because this is the second one. You saw the little teaser thing you did a little while ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the second one? I thought
it was the second. This is the first real trailer, but they had a very tiny little teaser.
Okay, I think I missed that one.
Okay, all right.
So this is the only one I've seen.
What'd you think of this, though?
Well, as soon as I saw it, I was super excited about it, actually, and I don't know exactly why, but maybe it has something to do with the fact that The Dark Knight was just so good, and then Joaquin Phoenix being in this one, I wanted to see how that was going to play out.
Right, yeah.
Because I love him. I do. I think he's amazing. Ever since I saw him in Gladiator, I'm just really impressed with his stuff. So
ironic what we're doing for ratings now that you mentioned that, but just moving on.
But I had to look into it. I don't know the lore of the DC comics all that well. I haven't actually read any of them, honestly. It's just the movies and the films we see. But all the Jokers that have ever existed, throwing in another one is a risky thing in and of itself. So it's going to be interesting to see how it comes off.
Right. What do you think of the trailer, though?
The trailer looks intense. The story seems pretty clear. I mean, it's about a guy going down the tubes,
right,
and being pushed into the darkness. So, which somebody made an interesting point and comment on one of the posts that you had made earlier, Ani. Glorifying the demise, and
right.
If you will.
So my friend Gregory Sylvain said that it struck him that they were trying to make him the hero because of his abuse. Forgetting the victim and feeling sorry for the perpetrator.
Right. Well, that's kind of what Hannah said about it, because she was like, we were both watching this, and she said, okay, they're trying to make you identify much with this mass murderer, or what are you trying to do? Because it is a superhero character, so decide whether he's the villain or make a different story, because you can't really, the Joker's too evil a guy you can't really just make him be an okay person. You know what I mean? That's what she thought kind of the danger was with this. We didn't really get that in the
doesn't look
trailer.
Like that's what they're doing.
No.
Yeah.
So anyway, but Lisa, you're fixated on the screen right now.
I'm finding it pretty disturbing myself.
Okay.
So Clowns, I have an issue with clowns. I'm a little afraid of clowns. So I probably wouldn't see this movie.
The director's nodding back there.
Yeah, and Joaquin Phoenix is already scary without makeup. So
I have to agree.
I'm not feeling great about the movie, only because I don't like clowns. And I'm looking at the trailer now, and it looks pretty scary.
Okay, all right. Arnie, your thoughts on this trailer?
I actually have to second my friend Gregory on this. Like it looks very well done, but I'm kind of. You still have to they're looking like they're saying society made this guy bad, and no, you decide sometimes
whether or
not you're bad. And so if that's the point, I'm not comfortable with that point.
Okay, and I can agree with that point too. It does feel. Like, okay, it sort of like takes away from the lure of the Joker. The Joker wasn't supposed to really be anyone at some point. He was just supposed to almost be the epitome of just someone just being evil, which was the point in The Dark Knight, was that no matter what...
Jack Nicholson.
Huh?
Yeah, Jack Nicholson did a great job.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson did a great job, yeah. Was that, like, the point of The Dark Knight was he said that no matter what, everyone can descend into this type of madness and be this crazy. And the point of The Dark Knight was that, no, it was him. That was just, that was... Well,
anyone could, but you could decide not to.
Right, yeah. And so, being on set, it was an interesting vibe. The trailer honestly looked like we don't really know. We rushed to get this trailer out, and it looks like a bit of a mess. He's clearly a guy descending but into, madness. But it does feel like the trailer was tied together by the song.
Which I can appreciate.
Oh, what's the song?
Put on a happy face.
Yeah, something. Yeah,
gray skies are gonna clear out.
That's not the song, but yeah.
I didn't hear that. That would have actually freaked me out.
So, but
I'm feeling uncomfortable right this moment.
But that's kind of how I feel about it. But we'll jump through to the rating. Mitch.
So I just want to add real quick. I actually liked the way they did the trailer. I thought it was intense, and if the movie is anything like that, it'll be pretty cool to see. So I'm actually going 2 thumbs up because I'm really looking forward to seeing it.
All right, Lisa.
Pinky up. I'm a wimp, so that was scary.
Thank you.
Something new every week. We're getting a new rating.
Okay,
I feel like that Joaquin Phoenix is scary without the.
Yeah, all right, yeah. So
I have to agree. I really do want to see this. Actually, I like Joaquin Phoenix. He's not Cesar Romero.
Right.
Just putting that out there.
That's true.
So I'll give it a thumb and a half.
I'll give 1 thumb up because it doesn't look like there's a lot wrong with it at this point in time. We'll say that. It does look very good. I am going to give 1 thumb down just because, to quote Han Solo, I got a bad feeling about this. So then that's just it. We'll see what the next trailer has to say about it. I'm sure there'll be another one. But let's move on to an even creepier film, according to Arnie. I think
nobody understands my.
No. Let's roll the trailer for The Addams Family.
Okay, so The Addams Family is a new movie coming out October 11th. It's directed by Conrad Vernon and Greg Tiernan. I think I said that right. And it stars Charlize Theron and Oscar Isaac. He's, Oscar Isaac. He's from the new Star Wars movies. And it's the write-up here is Gomez, Morticia, Wednesday, Pugsley, and Uncle Fester square off against the reality TV show host, which I did not get from this trailer.
Not at all. They gave you nothing.
They really didn't. So I would actually have been more enthused if I'd known it was about a reality show.
Quick shout out. Bob Turandro says, yay, Cesar Romero. Good.
Yes. Yes, Bob.
Yes, Bob. You know you're Batman.
Yes.
All right. Do you know Cesar Romero?
I don't, yeah.
The original Batman TV show, Cesar Romero was the guy who played the Joker.
Okay.
Yes. They painted
over. He's incredibly talented.
And the green tight. No, that's the.
Yeah, they painted over his mustache.
Yes.
All right.
So he had a great Joker laugh too. Like that type of thing was awesome.
Yeah. I think it was actually the Riddler.
That was a better Riddler one.
That was a really good Riddler.
It was a really bad Joker, but it was a really good Riddler one. That was not, it's sort of like I was like, I hit this target straight on, but I was aiming for that one. How should I feel about this? Okay, so Mitch, your thoughts on the Addams Family trailer?
Well, it's just a teaser, right? So it's really just, if you didn't know who Addams Family was, you get to know who the Addams Family kind of is.
Right.
At least in some perspective, right? So, it was cute. I thought it was kind of funny, and then the characters were kind of what I thought they would be. And Especially like the part about the balloon. It's like usually there's a evil clown
Yeah,
attached
I
to
did
one
like
of
that.
these. I'm like, that's pretty cool. They told you nothing about the story in the trailer, so I thought that was whatever. But interestingly enough, I got approached to potentially direct, at least submit as a director for the stage production, the musical of the Addams Family.
Oh, that's cool.
I decided that just timing-wise is not something that I could do, but it's apparently kind of popular right now, the Addams Family. So.
Didn't Nathan Lane play in the Broadway version?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Lisa, I'm going to go back to you because the trailer just started playing. It's delayed on this. But really quick, Bobby Trickett gave 2 thumbs up, and he said, shoot, early on the rating again. So still screwed up the show, and he's not even here. Arnie, all right.
So this creeped me out more than the Joker. Because there's a bit with a bridge which nobody saw but me, and it's like that's just
the bugs
bizarre.
part,
And I'm
yes.
like, why would you bring your children to see that?
Okay,
that's
where the bugs come out from
disturbing.
underneath her.
Yes, that's just gross and weird.
Yes, okay,
And-
that is gross. All right, I'll give you that. Yes.
Okay, so that I was okay with the trailer until that part. Then I was like, no, I'm off this trailer.
The bugs coming out of the dress? That's all it was, right?
It's so gross. Like.
Doesn't explain why my. Never mind.
No,
Moving
we're
on.
not talking about
yeah.
it. I mean, like I remember watching The Mummy, and I had to leave the room when the bug
part's
yeah,
worse.
the bug
Yeah.
parts were horrible in that too. So I was actually more creeped out by this trailer than I was by the Joker.
I get it now. Now I see the funny side. Yeah.
Apparently.
So other than that, I mean, the animation looks good. A little too weird.
So, well, let me jump into my review. So, for those of you guys don't know, the Addams Family is a very old comic strip from like the 30s, I think, was when it came out.
Oh, is that where it came from?
Yeah, it was originally just like a one-pane comic strip about this creepy family, and then it became most popular by its 1960s TV show,
Which was like the opposite of the Munsters.
Right.
Oh,
yes.
right.
It kind of went against the Munsters on a different network. Then it was the movies and the play. But the thing was, it was about a weird, quirky family that was still lovable and still loved each other, but they were weird. There's been too many of those animated films already. So there's like Meet the one with the dinosaur, and like Meet the Robinsons. There was Hotel Transylvania. There's all these already type of animated films about weird families. So I feel like this is just not going to work because this, even though this was the original, this concept as an animated film has been so done recently that I don't think it's going to work, and I'm just not interested in it. Because also I really loved the original TV show, and I did like the first movie. I never saw Addams Family Values, but I did, but I did like the first movie, So that's kind of how I feel about this. So it's almost like I'm not interested because like I know what this is now. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Not that it's a bad
And now that you
trailer.
say that, I'm thinking to myself, as I hear the description talking about them going up against a television personality.
Which is nowhere in the trailer.
No,
Which is nothing in the trailer.
I'm like, I wish it was,
I'm like,
because I'd be more interested.
Yeah, that's true.
And what family has that happen to them?
Right.
How's that relatable?
I know.
Right. So maybe they should have some difficulty at the grocery store, or the car needs work and everything in the house is falling apart.
What's the rating on this? Because I think that we're not the target for this. I can totally see my 11-year-old watching that and being loving
well, it's
it.
Halloween time period
Halloween
anyway,
time.
so I mean,
it's 15 and under. I think this is what we're the target. Yeah, it's PG. Yeah, it'll do great.
the second trailer will
It'll do
tell.
great.
I think that's going to be the key.
That's true. Yeah.
That being said, I'm like first in line whenever there's like a new Despicable Me movie. Like,
Right,
I love this. Yeah.
I like
That's what they
those
do.
a lot.
They put out the teaser so you can figure out kind of what are they commenting about, what is it that they're interested in knowing more of, and then they start
So
marketing.
Hollywood,
to
if
those
you're
people.
Marketing. There
listening,
you
that
go.
part
It's
with the
marketing.
bugs, no. Just no.
Well, like,
There's buzz
Little boys
from the
everywhere
dress.
will love that.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't. No, I will say this, and I'm still a little boy. Like I would.
I was gonna say, how old are you?
Yeah. I'm a 30-something-year-old little boy. Like that would have freaked me out as a kid, and it freaks me out now. But anyways, let's do a quick rating, Mitch.
Sideways, both of them.
Lisa.
2 thumbs up. It's awesome.
Okay.
Because of the talk show host, I'm going to do 1.5. Now I want to see it.
I'm going to do 2 in the middle. All right. So when we come back, we're going to have our next guest. We have 2 guests on. We're going to be talking about a big event coming up here, and we're going to kick Arnie off until we start to wrap up the show. Then she's going to run from
I
the
will?
couch.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
definitely.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Photobombing.
I'll be back.
But yes, this is our segment of the show, Trailer Trash, and we will be posting these on all the Facebook pages. So you can rate them and let us know what you think. Early Late Night Live show on every Wednesday night. We'll be right back. Woohoo!
right now, I don't really like you that much either.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Look, boss, if I'm gonna cause a problem, maybe I should just leave. Never sneak up at me like that again.
I haven't even moved.
Yeah, we'll keep it that way.
Just how special are you?
Just how special are you?
Careful, Dad. That guy killed 5 cops with his bare hands.
Bare-handed, huh?
That's right. Lost my gloves. Made things messy. I don't like messy.
He took a bullet, too.
You did?
I did? That's right. Just a flesh wound.
I thought it was your arm.
That's what the police report said.
What police report?
That's right, Beardy Man.
Who is this guy?
Now easy, Dan. Let's treat our guests with some respect.
You might want to put me down, pretty boy. Else I might have to make a mess out of your face. And you know, I don't like messes.
I don't know why I started making those noises.
Most disturbing.
Just sort of, yeah. Try being inside my head for like a couple minutes. Anyways.
You're turning into the Joker, are you?
Yeah, maybe one of the Addams family.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. So we have a second guest on, which we haven't had in a while, but I'm told he had booze, so it's like, all right, we'll bring him on. All right, so David, introduce yourself to the audience out there.
I'm David from Wiggly Bridge Distillery. My father and I started it kind of as a joke, and 7 years passed, and we're still making award-winning products. Started as whiskey, we do rum, agave, vodka, gin, single malt coming out soon, and
that's no joke.
Just keep making it all.
All right. Well, so there's a big event coming up?
Yeah, so we at Drinkwater, we have been marketing distilleries and booze events for years. And so on June 1st, we're going to do an event called Shake and Stir. David and his team, Amanda, they're going to shake.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. I don't know how to shake and stir. I was going to shake and then I'd figure out stir later.
That's what I say. Like coffee, you have to start like coffee. And so David's going to be there with his team. We have probably, in this state of New Hampshire, how many distilleries do we have?
Ooh, in Maine, I think we have like 17.
17 in Maine. They're on the coast of Maine. The event is in Portsmouth. I think in New Hampshire there are 12 or 13. So craft distilleries are huge. You guys made your distills and things by hand, you said.
Yeah, so we just bought sheets of copper, and I learned how to weld on YouTube, and
that's awesome.
Burned a bunch of stuff up, and we made it, and now we're on I think our 4th still that we've made, so we just keep going bigger and bigger, and right now we're looking at expanding again. So
what's the biggest one you have?
250 gallons.
Is that ultimately the yield?
No, so out of a 250 gallon ferment, we'll get about between 30 and 40 gallons of product at 150 proof.
Wow.
I'm trying to do math in my head. Math is hard, but how many liters or how many,
So pretty much every gallon is about a case, so 6 of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you come to shakeandstyrnh.com is where you can find more details about the event. But if you come to the event, you'll hear distillers like David talking about how they started. David, you brought with you today a couple of different brands, but you'll be able to taste all of these at the show.
And more.
You're going to have your agave there?
Yep.
Cool.
We'll have 3. We have 3. We have a Platinum, the Reposado, which I brought, and a Añejo. So
Mitch is going to need an Uber that night.
Did you even know that tequila was made here? I mean, isn't that unbelievable?
Agave. We can't call it tequila.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Oh, right.
Yeah, explain a little bit about that.
Yeah, so there's a book about 3 inches thick that tells you all the classifications for like a bourbon, why it's also a whiskey, but a whiskey's not a bourbon. 51% corn, new barrel. There's tons of different laws and rules. Even the proof coming off the still can't be too much, and the entry proof going into a barrel. But all that stuff we talk about at the event and on our tours that we give at the distillery and stuff. So.
Very cool. And do you source a lot of your stuff locally, or?
We try to. In the beginning, we were trying to. We made the stills. We did everything. Try from scratch, so we tried to take that out of the equation. So we went with the biggest producer of grain just to get rid of variables. The craft malting and craft grains, the moisture content's an issue, and we wanted to keep something at a constant. So we have been using Blue Ox malts for our single malt that we'll be releasing 2 more years, And
single malt's hot right now.
Yeah, which is Scotch.
I love all this
but we
booze
can't call
talk.
it that.
So you have an award-winning. Which one of these products, or all of them?
All of them. Wow. Our white whiskey is what we first started with. It's pretty much the stuff that comes right out of the still. We put it in a barrel for 60 seconds, in and out. If we did not put it in a barrel, it could not be called a whiskey. So pump it in, pump it out. That's 100 proof. That won best in category when we first submitted it. So
that's pretty wild.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yep.
Wow. So June 1st is the event. David will be there. I'll be there. We're going to have mixology classes. You guys are going to show folks how to make a funky cocktail. Right?
Yep.
Going to shake, stir.
We talk about añejo. We have Ashley there, kind of giving.
I'm stirring now.
Easy. I'm feeling uncomfortable.
And I haven't had any whiskey yet.
Right,
so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Public television here. So.
This is so. This segment, we forgot to introduce it. Did we do the intro for this segment, Dan?
That's
all right, do we have the
Who
intro
needs
ready to play?
it? Intro schmintro.
We're going to play the intro really quick so you guys know, and let me know when the intro's over with. So, as you know now, that this is called Anything Goes with Mitch except for that one thing. All right. Now we know is anything actually goes, up to including us forgetting to play the intro in the beginning of the segment that is called Anything Goes with Mitch. All right, and anything can go. This is the first time we've ever had a distiller or a distiller. What do you call the distiller? Is that the?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. A distiller on the show, and Mitch talked about sports earlier, as you can tell. And if you don't know, we don't talk sports or politics, or we don't swear on the show. Those are the three things we don't do.
Good to know.
Mitch is breaking all those rules.
Now I know the rules.
Yeah. Mitch is breaking all those rules because apparently anything goes.
Yeah, well, yeah. I did.
You did break the rules.
I did, yeah. Talked about sports earlier.
Oh.
And he got me in a checkmate the other week because he said, well, anything does go with this show. I said, no, just whatever you want. You were like, sports? I'm like,
that's it. You signed up. You and your dad started this, how long ago? 7 years?
About 7 years,
7 years ago. Do you have any plans for you got the single malt barrel coming out, right?
Yep, single malt. We've been experimenting with some flavored vodkas, like a citron, lemony flavor my mom likes. We kind of make the spirits that we make off of what we want to drink.
Okay.
So my dad and I loved bourbon. That's what got us into this mess. He has a house in the Caribbean, so we had to make rum. Nice. We did rum, and then everyone kept coming, hey, do you have vodka? Do you have vodka? No, let's make it. How about a gin? My dad hated gin, so I was like, well, make a gin that you like to drink. So he made a very floral, orangey, citrusy gin, which is really nice. The aroma is just beautiful.
Wow.
Nice. I was at Boston Bourbon, Bourbon and Bacon Fest in Boston. You guys were there. I didn't know you then, but I got to taste your product and loved it. You definitely were on my short list of products to buy. My friends and I, we have a pretty large array of tastings, throughout the years of bourbon and whiskeys and scotches and so forth. So I'm anxious to share this with them and see what they think. It's so neat how they're so different. Bourbons can be as different as wines.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
What's your favorite? What do you prefer?
It depends on the season, but typically bourbon year round. But I like little rum drinks, gin in the summer. Fall, I'm a dedicated bourbon drinker.
Bourbon and fire? Bourbon and campfires?
Oh yeah, maybe with one ice cube if I'm thirsty. But other than that, it's just straight bourbon. Why dilute it down?
Right, exactly, yeah. Well, it softens it up a little bit for the non-bourbon drinker.
Right, yeah. It's a gateway bourbon, so it doesn't have that huge, strong Kentucky bourbon bite. So it's a little bit sweeter. A lot of people that don't like spirits, they kind of get hooked on our stuff just because it's mellow. We take the time to take all the harshness out and all the pepperiness and the burning sensation. That is all controlled by when you start and stop removing the spirit from the still. So there's just a lot of little tricks you can do.
So sitting here in Exeter, we have, how far are you from downtown Exeter? We have award-winning bourbon.
Right.
20-minute drive. It's amazing.
It's pretty
incredible. And we don't have to go to Kentucky for it.
Yeah.
I love that.
You love the shortness of the commute? Or
Yes,
just the fact you don't have to go to
the short
Kentucky?
commute. Both.
I've
I've never been to Kentucky.
Right.
Right. Yes.
Anne Marie Dunn says, "Bourbon, baby."
Bourbon, baby. Nice.
Whoa. Okay, I don't know who Anne Marie Dunn is, but
It's a friend of mine from Somerville. We actually went to the Bourbon and Bacon Fest together.
Oh, cool.
Bourbon and
Rock
bacon?
on. Bourbon and bacon.
Bourbon and bacon.
Anything in bacon.
Yeah,
Oh my
anything in
gosh.
bacon.
that's true.
We had bourbon and bacon ice cream from I want to say, I'm trying to remember the name of the ice cream company, but they sell it at they sell the brand at Whole Foods, but not this particular flavor, and it was
delicious.
awesome. It was really
That
good.
sounds so good.
Yeah. I had another question and now I've forgotten it already. Oh goodness.
you.
Oh yeah. Nope. Yep. I forgot it.
If they don't come to the show, they can on June 1st, shakeandstırnh.com. They can still come to your distillery and experience.
That was my question.
Oh.
We do all that. Nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So we do tours daily.
I'm here to Wednesday.
On the weekends, we do tours either from my dad or I. We do experiences Monday through Friday, where it's led by the bar staff.
Wow.
We also do a distiller 4-day, so you can come with us for the full work day. From adding the grain, you're doing it all. You're putting the grain in, you're tasting constantly off the still.
Wow.
You help us barrel. We'll dump barrels. We'll actually bottle and stuff like that.
If you're tasting it off the still, you probably are going to dump a barrel.
Yeah, right. Dump as in pour into a vat to collect for further use.
A distiller for a day. Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome. How do we find out about?
Just on our website, wigglybridgedistillery.com, or Facebook. We also do live music on Saturday nights. And
I'm over here all shaking and stirring, excited.
That
about
sounds
the
so
prospects
fun.
of this.
All right, let's give one final plug for this event, and then we're going to wrap up something which we usually wrap up the show with something I'm going to do, which is something I enjoy. But where's the last time? When's the event? Where and when?
The event's June 1st at the Sheridan in Portsmouth, downtown Portsmouth, New Hampshire. shakeandstırnh.com, shake A-N-D and stir.com, nh.com, sorry. You can buy tickets, you can just do the tasting, you can come hear David talk about workshops, all kinds of stuff. Come join us, we're gonna have fun.
All right, cool. All right, well, we're going to hop through this. Arnie, come over to the back here. You're not going to be able to talk into our microphone. All right, but Mitch, one word of inspiration, one phrase of inspiration for people.
Decide. I like Steve, yes.
I like, all right,
Decide.
All right. Lisa, phrase of inspiration for someone. What's the one phrase you would say to someone about trying to find their dream?
It's a marathon.
It's a marathon. Okay. All right.
just got to get it done. Dreams are one thing, but results are better.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. It's 2% inspiration, 98% perspiration.
Done is better than perfect. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
None is better than perfect. Yes, and enjoy it. Enjoy the grind. So that's what I would say. Make sure you're enjoying the grind. That's important. Arnie doesn't have a microphone, which I'm glad about right now. So this is the Early Late Night Live Show. I want to thank Lisa, thank Dave for coming on the show. It was so much fun to have you guys on. All right, Mitch, anything goes with Mitch except for that one thing. It's been a good segment this time around. I want to thank the cast. I want to thank the crew. I want to thank Exeter TV. Check out Drinkwater. I always call it production.
Yeah, drinkwatermarketing.com.
Drinkwatermarketing.com.
Wigglybridgedistillery.com.
Wigglybridgedistillery.com. NarrowStreetFilms.com. Check out our Facebook page, the Early Late Night Live Show Facebook page, Narrow Street Films Facebook page, the Dinner Party Facebook page, which is coming out.
And we will have a Early Late Night Live Show by Facebook page soon.
We will have an Early Late Night Live. We do have one.
We do?
You do have one.
I always plug it. And forgot to mention.
No, website's what I meant.
Website's really quick, I want to give a shout out to our friend Ryan, who does the tech work in the back room. Ryan just finished shooting his first short film with Arnie and Mitch. Helped out with that. Give yourself a hand. Ryan got it done. He got it done. So congratulations, Ryan. Thank you guys. It's been a fun show. Thank you to all of our guests in the Facebook Live from YouTube. And we are going to be back next week at 7 p.m. on Channel 98, our Facebook page, Early Late Night Live Show, our YouTube channel, Early Late Night Live Show. I'm talking way too fast. And I will see you guys next week. Whew.
This is where it starts, man. Now you seen the Terry Traynor Show. some things about him you should know. He's the best producer that you've ever seen.